IVM.
Hello, welcome to Football Twaddle. My name is Saru. My usual good friend who's here every week, Tanuj Baru, is here.
What's up, guys?
And once in a month bloomer.
It's amazing how you've forgotten everything.
He works so
other
much.
than the past 3 weeks.
Yes.
He works so much. I just don't get why is his company's sales still dropping, man.
Probably because I'm working so much.
Does he work so much?
That's what it looks like. He's either working too much or he's always stuck in traffic. I don't know. What is that a euphemism for?
Kana, why are you not selling? Sir, traffic mein hu. Kana, why are you not coming for podcast? I'm still in traffic.
Sir, itna traffic aur gaadi nahi aa raha.
Oh, yeah, he works in an automobile company.
There's no
for
place.
those people.
Yes, and also, we didn't know if Kana was coming or not today. So we called a special guest, just in case.
Like every other week now.
Yeah, a like-to-like replacement for Kana, not like last week's extraordinary.
Who was last week?
Steven Diaz.
Last week was Azim.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you mean? Please listen to a podcast at least in traffic.
The actual one was Azim.
Boss, listen to the one.
Listen to the main series.
The main
man.
one.
Why are you listening to the spin-offs more than the main series?
Yes. All right. So should we, Baru? Why don't you introduce our?
So we've got Melvin Jose in the house tonight.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
He is an old friend and avid footballer.
Avid footballer.
Avid footballer and good
I play
fan.
football as well, not
And
just
good
watch.
fan.
Are you a goalkeeper?
Defender.
Why?
Are you a left back?
No.
He is not from the Anustub school of football. Although he does play with him on a week in, week out basis. I think
played
that
with
is
him
why
last Saturday. Yeah.
that is why he has injured his right hand.
Yeah, collision with somebody at the football field. Hairline fracture.
Really?
Yeah. It happened a month back.
And
but
he is,
recovering.
I think, went into like an Italian football fan or something.
Maldini.
Yeah. So that is why.
But he has a Fellaini haircut right now.
Yeah. Big fan of AC Milan.
So yeah.
Still?
Still no. But I watch in between Europa League and like last
Or
week.
the good league. The actual European league.
Yeah.
The main team.
The one that's actually called.
I was watching the Serie A this week. I saw
Juventus?
Inter Juve. Yeah.
That was a decent match.
Good enough. I mean, Inter missed a lot of chances.
All right.
Good enough. What we are giving a shout out to.
To Serie A.
Serie A.
now.
Serie A.
Oh, I thought to Bollywood husbands.
Some marriage?
Isn't that good enough?
Yeah.
God, this joke is so deep.
Yeah, God. All right. So there's one game to start with, because I don't think any of us watched really more than one or two games.
Are we going to talk about Arsenal United also?
Arsenal, yes.
United.
we didn't talk about
United.
it.
We can
So
talk about
we will, but can we talk about Chelsea City first?
Yeah, but that's.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
Melvin supposedly watched it, so he should care. So Melvin, City lose their first game in the season. Liverpool are top of the table. What's going on, man? I thought City is going to win the league. From the first week till the 12th week, we are like, yeah, Liverpool are not even title contenders.
Now they'll win it 1 week later, I guess.
Exactly.
So, I still think City would win the league just because they have a good squad depth, which Liverpool would lack over the course of the season.
You haven't seen Lallana play, have you?
Have you seen Origi play and score the winning goal?
Yes, exactly. So what are you going on about squad depth?
But yeah, without Aguero, City look penetrable where they can't score up front. Jesus can't score as much as Pep would want him.
He actually missed a sitter also,
Yeah.
right?
So
I skimmed through all the good parts of City in that game.
I just saw
but City pressed really well again that
In the
week.
first half.
In the first half, but
Second
again,
half, they were quite ordinary.
the attack up front was
I think
quite
they
weak.
just, let off their guard against a weak team.
And Chelsea was there.
That's okay. Who cares? Chelsea won 2-0.
Yeah.
So Chelsea defeated City and Tottenham defeated Chelsea and
Yeah,
Arsenal defeated
defeated
Tottenham.
So
But
Arsenal-
Chelsea
by
beat
law of
Arsenal.
transitivity.
Yes.
But Chelsea beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
No, but then let's go to goal difference.
You know what's the common thread in all
Chelsea-
this?
Chelsea beats the top teams, but not the bottom ones.
The common thread in all this, United beat no one.
Except for Tottenham.
No, they lost to
they
Tottenham.
They lost to
3-0.
Tottenham.
Aw. Even with Fellaini in the team, they can't beat people.
They at least drew against Chelsea.
Hey,
Because...
but Lukaku finally scored this week after.
Wait, we asked the questions. You just let's kind of stick to like Chelsea versus City.
God, it's been 5 minutes and he already wants to take over.
What's with the guess, man? Steven was like so respectful. Yes, I'll answer your questions. But friends, you see.
Oh God.
Yeah. So what do you think about David Luiz's performance?
Average, but...
Average? Wow. What more do you expect from a guy?
After shutting out the league champions.
Yeah, after shutting out league champions,
Yeah,
after
totally.
making that amazing pass,
Amazing pass, good.
and then scoring the
header.
goal. What more do you expect of him?
Wait,
No,
who
but-
do you support right now? Chelsea.
Chelsea, but man of the match was still Kante over there. He was running all around and he was intercepting a lot of things,
This is
which
what we
is
always
expected
discuss.
of Kante.
Just because somebody runs around.
Does all the dirty things, and Lewis takes the credit.
Yeah, isn't Luke?
Scoring goals is not that dirty nowadays. You know.
Baru.
it's
This is
all
not,
right.
it's not the Italian league.
Yeah, God.
Anything other than defending is dirty.
Hey, Ra.
Well, Italians don't defend really well as well. So you actually thought David Luiz was okay?
Okay, there were other people who were better highlights for the game, for Chelsea at least.
Yeah. What do you make of Hazard as a number 9 now? That means his Giroud's contract up and they won't renew it.
Morata, Giroud, everyone.
Hazard misses the Giroud touch, you know. That did not sound right.
Who wouldn't?
Okay. Good save.
Is Giroud still the number 1 for France up front?
Yeah.
Okay. But not
Who
for
else?
Chelsea.
There's no one else.
There is no one else.
So he has to
Not
be...
for Chelsea, but.
Who?
He's still number 1 for Chelsea.
It was the same thing even at Arsenal, you know that. Right? He wasn't the number 1 over here. We had Lacazette playing over him.
Yeah.
But
But
in
for
the
France...
French, in the French national side.
I think that has something to do with Mbappe and Griezmann.
Yeah.
And he won them the World Cup.
Giroud is a good defensive midfielder, you would say.
Up front.
Because Pogba misses the ball. Giroud with his touch would do something about it. Yeah, poor City, man. For the first time this season, they look like so bad. Baru, do you think it's time for Arsenal and Liverpool
To step up?
Yeah, I'm reading now. Arsenal fans are like, this year is our league. We are going to win the league. And this
What?
Unai Emery.
Which fans are you speaking to?
I know Twitter fans.
Isha.
Man, I see. I see Twitter fans. They're like all buoyant about Arsenal winning the league now.
I haven't seen even a single fan going on about winning the league at least.
Yeah, like 20 years of Wenger has taught us something.
His
Number 4 is good enough.
Patience.
in 22.
No, that
isn't
is
it?
something that we had already learned, but other people are like
others are
picking up
learning it
on
now.
it right now. Like, slow learners.
Yeah. So coming to Arsenal,
See, I think the performance against Huddersfield again showed how easy it is for Arsenal to
give the ball
drop
to
points
Bunty and score
again and again.
goals.
No, but then the fact is that, this is a game by which we would have dropped points last season.
Yeah.
But now we are not.
At least we are
just
getting
scraping
those
through, yeah.
At
low
home?
league. Low league. I'm saying low
No,
teams.
if it was a performance till say 60 minutes,
Oh.
the team would have given up by then.
But now Arsenal is like what the team that's scoring the most goals in the second half and stuff right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
Yeah,
they,
like
but they
it's
had a
been-
very defensive formation for this game, right? With a lot of defenders for Huddersfield.
Who are these defenders you talk
Like,
about?
they
Even
had
they
only-
don't know the defenders
No.
of Arsenal.
I mean-
are you counting
Everyone's out
Mustafi as
injured
3?
or suspended.
our entire midfield is like, I think, really weak right now.
Yeah.
But you
we
need
had
only Bunty.
And this is especially after the back-to-back matches that happened over last week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Bunty alone.
Bunty
What a
is
goal,
enough.
man. I mean, what a
I
goal.
know, I saw the goal.
And you had Hector Bellerin in the background with his mouth like all open and drooling on the pitch. And
Where?
a Huddersfield defender slipped on it later on. You didn't notice?
Dude, I didn't notice all that extra parts of it.
But you saw the goal.
We watched it over and over again. Like,
Yeah.
Bunty, what? He's had Bunty for people who still haven't seen the resemblance.
I know.
Is Lucas Torreira.
Torreira.
And
I think we should do it the other way around. Lucas Torreira for all the people who haven't seen the similarities is Bunty.
From Sacred Games.
God, this guy.
You said difference also.
No. Anyway, what was I saying?
Bunty.
Bunty.
Yeah, so he's been the man of the match for what? The
Like, I
past
think
6
the
games
past
now?
3-4 games, at least 4 games now. Like the official man of the match.
Were you two one of those people who were flooding Sampdoria's Twitter account, thanking them for Bunty?
That happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sampdoria put out a tweet saying they were setting up a separate Gmail account for the Arsenal fans to send in their thanks. Don't flood our matchday posts or something like that.
Yeah, so this is Sampdoria's tweet.
I mean, like, the Italians might not be good at football, but they're getting really good at Twitter.
So
the Twitter game is so good, man.
So Sam says, note to all Arsenal fans, please don't clog up our match tweets today thanking us for Lucas Torreira. We are going to set up a dedicated thanks for Torreira email address where you can send us all of your thank you messages. Watch this face. And even that got, the last time I saw, 4,000 to 5,000 retweets and 12,000 likes.
And like, I think 1,000 of the replies would have been thank you for Torreira.
Yeah. So, are you guys thankful? Were you guys part of the gang which is thanking Sam for Lucas Torreira?
We chose a more direct route.
Who did you thank?
Torreira. We just thanked them in our hearts.
No,
I thank Torreira.
All right. And Baru, since you want to talk about the Manchester United
what a, like, that was daylight robbery, man.
By who?
How did, like, Arsenal not win that game? I'll tell you how. Poor refereeing decision. What, you thought that was rhetorical? No, it wasn't. Poor refereeing decisions. What the hell was...
No, that's happened across, even in the Huddersfield game. When he gave the
offside,
the Lacazette goal offside.
Yeah.
There's a clear back pass. And that is not even an error. It's
no, fine, you're getting involved in that play, but the opposition has taken control of the ball and he's back passed it to the keeper.
Yeah, so that
How
was
is that an offside?
So that was not given a goal, and people have admitted it's a mistake.
No, but you can't have those mistakes happen every match.
Why?
Just the last match.
The last 3 games we have had mistakes against us.
Don't shout at me like I regulate the whole thing.
Yeah, when is that coming, man? Bloody hell.
Next year?
Like, Fellaini should have got carded for that. Guendouzi, he got so jealous of Guendouzi, like having his luscious curly hair.
Or as the great LVG would call it,
BDSM.
Sex masochism. You remember that thing where LVG basically tells a reporter, if I pull your hair right now, you will elbow me because it is not allowed. Just because it's not in the books, it doesn't mean you can do it. But he should have got jealous, no? Like, poor Fellaini, he doesn't look himself after that haircut.
No, it's not like somebody forced him to get a haircut.
Or did they?
Oh.
Jose.
No. Jose loved him before the haircut. He's not in starting games after the haircut.
Well, neither is Pogba then.
Who?
But Pogba, he's not having a haircut.
And he's not...
What's happening in this dressing room, man? Apparently he's given him a challenge now, like, I dropped you for this match. Now I'll start you in the next match against, who are they playing? Valencia. Show me what you got.
Yeah, so Pogba showed by taking Lindelof, Dalot, Luke Shaw, Matic, everyone for dinner. So I think everyone's just drunk.
Just a dinner.
What dinner?
Yeah, like, the United fans are not cool enough to have, the players are not cool enough to have, like, hippie crack parties.
Who wants to take a pot shot at the hippie crack party?
I don't know, Kumar has started it.
Kumar started it, so Kumar.
I don't even know what hippie crack is.
Do you think it should become a part of our routine or something? Because we've lost just 2 games since then, man.
Yeah, definitely.
The first question I had was, Mkhitaryan looks like such a good boy.
Yeah, like sitting there sucking lollipops at his rave.
Do you know what we're talking about?
The way he looks?
No. So, Arsenal players, I think before
the season started, at this really hip...
club
in London.
Yeah.
Arsenal players got access to this VIP area where they, pushed everyone out from there. And they called in like another 10, 15, I don't know, more.
70 girls.
70 girls.
According to the Sun, 70 girls.
So let's say
7 girls.
Let's say Sun is lying, so 50, okay?
So,
1:5 ratio?
Yeah, something like that.
And they were having this thing called hippie crack, which is like laughing gas
Okay.
through balloons. And and everyone was like taking a hit and like just lolling all over the place. And Guendouzi had like half a balloon and he just collapsed. And they offered it to Mickey. Yeah. And Mickey said, no, respectfully, he was just sucking on one of those candy lollipops or whatever you get over there. And everyone was there. There was like Siad, there was Ozil.
Aubameyang was there.
Oba was there.
Obviously, Oba was there. Oba probably organized the whole thing.
So,
oh God,
and all these
joke Oba would have said, "मैं arrange करता."
So all these, like really diehard Arsenal fans are now looking for ways to defend this entire thing. So the first one is like, wait, first you guys should sue the club
for leaking
the CCTV, because then they're referring to some privacy laws. If you're getting recorded and
yeah, I mean
leaking
they're
it out
absolutely
to the
right.
media.
What's your problem with that?
I don't have a problem. I'm just saying.
They have to sue the club.
Just laugh it off and move on, man.
No, laugh it off. Why?
Because it's working for us.
No, but
next time don't tell so much.
Did they do
it's only
anything?
the Sun, right?
Yeah.
No one else is like even picking up on it.
Nothing illegal, right?
No, like dentists use the gas.
Yeah.
But yeah,
everyone at root canal.
They just wanted to let off some steam.
So why do you think Mickey was like sucking on the lollipop, right? He wanted a reason to have it like legally later.
Permission
from the wife.
Yeah, all right. Permission from the wife. Yeah, sure. Like what? He said only 50 girls, not 70. Son's lying. Anyway, obviously this unstructured conversation is going on. We take a break right now. After coming back, what do we talk about? Raheem Sterling, some serious stuff, man.
Yeah.
What's going on? And the banana thrown at Aubameyang.
Oh yeah.
We're laughing about it.
But that was from Spurs fans, so I mean.
Yeah, we'll talk.
They get racist comments at them. They give racist comments to them. Blah, blah.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, we'll see you after the break.
Hello. Welcome to another great week on IVM Podcast. If you aren't following us on social media, please make sure you do. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We have some really interesting content coming up on Instagram. Make sure that you check it out. This week, we're launching a new show, The Habit Coach with Ashton Doctor. Ashton talks about small habits that will make your life easy. He talks about health, fitness, de-stressing, meditation, and finance. So join every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting the 10th of December. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus is joined by iconic journalist Bachchi Karkaria. She speaks about her storied career and gives us a detailed glimpse of these sessions at the upcoming Times Lit Fest. On the second episode of the Paperback Podcast, Satyajit and Racheta talk to author Raj Raman. He talks in depth about his book, The Smelting Cauldron, and recommends 4 more books that inspired him. On Geek Fruit, Tejas and Dinkar delve into the phenomena that is Superstar Rajini's 2.0 and try to figure out if it lives up to the insane hype behind it. On Vartalab, Akash and Naveen are joined by comic and improv artist Jia Sethi. They talk about making the comedy scene safer and more welcoming for new comics. Last week on Football Twaddle, Saru and Baru were joined by a special guest, former Indian midfielder Stephen Dias. He shed some light about halftime team talks, his career, and the current state of Indian and Mumbai football. And with that, let's move on to your shows.
Hello, welcome back to Football Twaddle. Baru, Kanav is also here, and Melvin Jose is here.
Still around.
So, during the Chelsea game, Sterling was shouted at by
his mom.
That's after the game. After the game, but during the game, it was shouted viciously by like 3 to 4 Chelsea fans. I didn't know if it was racist or I don't think it's but then it looked quite bad, and then Sterling comes out with a statement which was pretty awesome. I thought the statement basically saying that you treat white players differently compared to black ones, and then people started showing the Daily Mail headlines of Phil Foden buys his mom a $2 million house. But for Sterling, it says footballer 20 at 25,000 a week, not a starter for his league, splurges on $2.4 million home for his mom. So Sterling is like, if this is how you portray us, this is what we are going to get, so I have to just laugh it off.
Wow, that's pretty mature for a footballer. 20.
Yeah, and during the same, I think
23.
During the Spurs versus Arsenal, the banana was thrown at Aubameyang.
Yeah.
After he scored the goal, or
it was after the celebrations, I think.
Yeah. So this whole, remember when we were going to Russia, all the English media was like, how are they going to deal with racism and all of that. So looks like racism is very much alive in England, Baru.
It's coming home. It's coming home. That's what they were talking about.
Yes. So what's going on, man? Why have these people, after post-Brexit, have they become racist?
I don't know. I think we should just ask the in-house racism expert. KKK.
No, so
KKK.
It stands for Kumar K. Kanav.
No, yeah, so no, the Sterling
He's finding hard to get words out
which are politically correct.
No, the Sterling thing has been going on for a very long time, right? Since he was in Liverpool, also he's been getting all this
being targeted.
Negative publicity from the media. A lot of people are coming out and saying that it is because he doesn't come from a particular social class, and the same thing has happened with Rooney. It happened with John Terry. But none of this has been...
John Terry did it. It didn't happen with him.
This is what, people are defending him people are defending. They're saying it's not racist behavior as such.
Really?
It's just classist behavior.
Oh, you mean racist and classist?
Yeah. No, but
no. So he's saying that he's getting targeted because of the class. He just happens to be black.
I see.
This is how people are defending it. But I think this is racism, and Daily Mail has been a big part of it.
Yes, and apparently Piers Morgan, he can't even identify what's racism anymore on Twitter. He's like, "Do you think this is racist?" I don't think so. Yeah, so like, why? But what I fail to understand is, Rashford doesn't get this kind of behavior towards him or media coverage as compared to Sterling.
So I think that is where Kumar's point comes in.
And also Sterling is successful, right? What has Rashford achieved in his life?
Scored 2 against Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, compared to what Sterling has done, Sterling has achieved, a lot more.
And also, much more.
But Sterling is older as well than Rashford.
And Sterling also, he took a lot of wrath for his move, for moving from Liverpool to City.
Do you think it all stems from that? Him moving from Liverpool to City, and people just spread the headlines that he's doing this for the money? See, so basically blame should lie with Liverpool. Don't you think?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, even Rashford, when he came, the headlines are more about how he has to go to school the next day and he has an exam in the morning. So it's what Kumar said earlier, and what is basically happening on Twitter. It's more like a classist thing.
Yeah.
Rashford just happens to be like the Padaku type who just minds his own business. And
yeah, he has this good boy image.
As compared to Sterling, who
he's come from the working class,
And we all heard about how at the age of 18 or 19 he had 3 kids.
Yeah,
3 kids.
He lost his father at the age of 2.
So he's had a hard childhood.
It's basically all of that hatred, pent up hatred against a particular community. Probably not just black, but also somebody who's from who the white collars the white collars look down upon, and suddenly you see them achieve success. Yeah.
So it's more a classist thing, but with Aubameyang, then Melvin has to be racist. Who throws monkey at black? Who throws
monkey?
who throws
that would be
who throws a banana
racist,
at black player?
This happened last to whom in the Premier League?
Aubameyang
No, before that. Balotelli happened before that.
I'll tell you.
I think it's been a while.
It happened to Danny Alves once, where he scored a goal or something.
And he ate that banana.
He ate the banana, threw it back, and he started running. But then, do you think football has become meaner and more racisty?
Racist.
I think it's just that, especially with social media and everything coming in, every idiot has a voice now. It's been amplified more.
I know.
And then, when something like this happens, you'll have 50 people come to defend him. There was defense of the Spurs fan also. Somebody saying that, what if he was just eating a banana and he got so angry that the goal was considered, he threw whatever was in his hand.
Wow.
So I didn't see any mobile phones lying around from angry fans.
But he was not eating
actually what everyone has in their hands now.
Yeah.
No, so that's why I think with social media it's getting amplified a lot more.
And he got banned.
Who?
Yeah, the Spurs fan. Yeah, he got banned.
I thought
he got a lifetime ban from I think every stadium in
ever.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Forever?
Forever, yeah.
So that's such...
One they're just coming to a new stadium, they're like, is stadium se thodi na ban kiya tha usko, bhai.
They go to Millwall, no? They seem quite racist anyway.
So you just blend in or something?
Yeah, we are a gang, the bad club. Just
Green Street.
Yeah. So do you think racism has increased from what you've read?
No, so personally I don't think it's increased. It's just one of incidents which would have happened, which say 10 years ago were much more prominent. So probably people are more progressive. There are those few factions which would do this, but everybody is more sensitive to the racism, say no to racism whole campaign within football, and everybody's, at least the football professionals are also ignoring and letting it go and focusing only on the football bit.
In Russia, everyone seemed chill, dude.
Yeah.
As racist as Russians.
Except for that one drunk guy who came and yelled at us and we were singing with him.
Oh, yeah.
We thought it was just like a club chant.
Oh, yes.
Later on, this Polish guy standing next to us who asked him to go and stuff, he tells us, oh, by the way, he was asking you guys to off.
Oh, God.
We're like, oh.
And we sang to that as well.
And by the way, I was going through some of those videos, a couple of videos which I still haven't shared with you guys.
Look at the precursor now. He knew we were going to bring that up.
So in one of them, I see the same guy in a video in 2 or 3 hours before we actually drank with this guy. He was from a bunch of Polish fans. We made them yell, I'm from Poland and I love football. Twaddle.
Oh.
Because they said football and then Saru's like, Twaddle! So we'll probably release that on our page.
Yeah.
Sometime soon.
Yeah. What do you call him then? Honorable racist. Because he's endorsing our full podcast as well.
Do you get more viewership because of it?
Maybe.
Dude, once we release, we'll know.
We'll check if we are getting if there's a spike in Poland or something.
Alright, let's run through a few results which happened over the weekend. Dude, Manchester United 4, Fulham 1. I mean, so Fulham are so bad that they concede goals to Man U as well.
Yeah, they're like the whipping post for the big clubs this season.
Big club.
And United.
And United, yes.
But also, De Gea had like golden gloves last season. He's conceding a goal every time this season.
But even Arsenal hasn't kept a clean sheet in, I don't know.
And Liverpool has the most amount of clean sheets this season.
Now that I think of it.
Yes,
because of Alisson, Liverpool has the most amount of clean sheets.
Yes, and our producer Ashish keeps captaining Alisson in his fantasy Premier League team. There is something he knows which none of us know.
He's our second highest.
But he had Salah, so yeah.
Paid footballer, most expensive transfer. Second highest, right?
No. He's the second highest
keeper.
Transfer value of a goalkeeper.
Yeah. First was Kepa. Does he seem worth it?
Such a waste. Not at all.
It does not matter at this point. I think.
Yeah, sure.
No, it does not. Like, how do you even evaluate what a transfer market is anymore?
Dude, Amrinder had a better game than Kepa.
Amrinder.
Did you watch Mumbai versus Bangalore? I thought that match is like really close to your heart.
Torreira was signed for 22 million.
So you're saying that now that is the benchmark and no player should be bought more than that?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyone else who is a waste of money.
Evidently.
So Ozil was a waste of money.
Definitely.
No, but Van Dijk.
Baru was Ozil a waste of money?
Not for Fortnite, but like for football, yes.
No, but Van Dijk for Liverpool at 75 million seems like the best move ever they've done.
They have the most clean sheets.
Which one?
Van Dijk to Liverpool.
Oh, yes.
At 75 million.
And an assist or something like.
2 assists last 2 games, back to back.
Yeah, and he's the consoler in chief for every referee who's had a bad time during the game. He's like, it's okay, you do well next game.
Cries with them.
Yeah, so at 70, what do you say? Neymar has changed the entire thing, the Neymar transfer. You don't even know what to make of transfer market anymore. Like for Koulibaly.
You only say that when you have like dirty money with you.
What place?
No, not you.
City.
Yeah. He's taking it personally.
No, I meant Chelsea also.
Chelsea doesn't have dirty money.
Sure.
What dirty money? They didn't cheat in FFP, boss. There are only 2 clubs which have cheated. PSG.
Yeah, what's happening on that front?
Yeah, okay, nothing will happen. They'll pay like a 10 million fine and move on. What are you going on about? Yeah, so talking about Liverpool's clean sheet, they whacked Bournemouth 4-0. Mo Salah scores a hat-trick.
Away game, that too.
Yeah.
Is Salah coming back to form?
Yes.
And now he's the top of the league.
Liverpool.
Is he top of the
goal scoring? Yeah, I think, no?
I think he and Aubameyang are at 10 or something.
Yeah. So, for all Salah is like doing bad this season, he's had enough goals and assists to... He won't obviously score 40. So, is it time to take Salah seriously from FPL, which we'll record probably in a few days, but...
Yes.
So 13 million still? 13 million.
He's already there in my team, so I don't know.
I think so. 13. He must be.
I think he's going to be there in a lot of teams because Aguero is injured, so that has freed up a lot of money for people.
But Aguero will come back next week or something.
Okay.
Yes. And then Spurs continue winning. How annoying is it, Melvin, to see Spurs just win in a game no one watches? All you see is the score next day and like, oh God, they won again.
Yeah.
Did Kane score again?
No, Son scored.
But
Son and Ali.
Ali dived again, I saw that.
He dived for the header.
Some things never
What do you mean he dived for the header? That's a legit dive there.
No.
Worth it.
Now we are accusing players of diving for headers.
No,
How can you reach for the ball?
How can you reach?
I was accusing him of diving like he always does.
No, he was almost offside. Most people would have suspected.
Dude, almost offside or
He was
offside.
offside. He was offside.
Did he dive for, actually dive or dive for header?
He dived for
Did
the
you
header.
watch the goal?
I watched the goal. He was offside.
No, but I saw the goal. He dived during the game also.
Oh,
like once.
separately.
Yeah, separately, obviously.
Separate
90 minutes in the match.
But Son's goal was fantastic. Left
Really?
He was
footer.
diving for a free kick and
You're
accidentally
supposed to
headed the
feel
ball.
like, angry that Spurs
was
are not
offside.
losing.
Yeah.
Things like that.
No, it makes the whole Premier League more exciting. Everybody's
What are
winning.
you, like Mother Teresa of the whole thing?
More exciting.
Yeah, why do you care if it's more exciting or not?
Everybody's beating everyone.
Except
You
for
never know.
United.
Except for United.
Only beating Fulham.
and Southampton. They just barely could beat United, but they did not do that. Which I
And they sacked him.
Who? Marcus, poor guy. 2 goals. Like
United
Ranieri should go now. He's conceded 4. By the way, did you see Ranieri's post-match comments? First time, even Mourinho must have been so happy. He said we were 11 lambs and they were 11 wolves. And you know when wolves and lambs play, lambs are nowhere. Mourinho must be like, wow, someone's called my team wolves here.
Ding.
And George Mendes is like good promo. Because he owns wolves.
Oh, Jorge.
Yes, and Baru, Southampton again lost. What's going on, man? Do you even care?
Aren't they like 21st out of 20 teams?
20? No, not bad. They're not. That's not like my FPL performance. There's still a limit there. Yeah. So this weekend is Manchester United or Liverpool versus Manchester United. Ooh. Or as a few Liverpool fans are really scared of, they think that Cancerino may do something to it. And that's their name for Mourinho.
How many Liverpool groups are you in, man, on WhatsApp?
I know one Liverpool supporter. I call him and get the scoop. Yeah, so they think that he's going to somehow get Lukaku to slip into the goal and ensure Liverpool lose. You think that's going to happen?
As black magic, like Juju.
He's
trying to do Juju on the goal.
Remember that happened when Jamba Ba scored.
Jamba Ba.
When Liverpool was going or like the favourites to win, and Steven Gerrard was like, next week we go again and everything.
Jamba Ba.
Yes.
I was like
Jamba Ba.
I was like Jamba.
Yeah, Demba Ba. Yeah, so that guy.
Gerrard slip,
exactly. So they're fearing that may happen again. But it'll be a Lukaku slip into the goal. You think that's going to happen?
Liverpool should comfortably
Saru has
win.
become so old that he's now mixing players across generations.
Yeah. But did Jamba play in ISL as well?
He played for Chennai or something.
Chennai.
Oh God, those watermongs. Always asking for water bar. What do I say? There's a whole separate podcast for it. And Wolves score 2 goals finally.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Like Doherty is like finally getting into action, like scoring also. It's like they're not keeping clean sheets anymore. So
at least
what is our table like right now? Our secondary table?
Our secondary table we'll do when we do the fantasy thing.
All right.
There's nothing more to talk about this week.
Yeah, we're done with how United cheated their way to a draw. We're done with City.
How Liverpool cheated their way to a defeat. Tottenham against Arsenal.
Yeah, cheated their way to defeat, cheated their way to a victory.
Over Everton.
How? The only thing I think we have to talk about, or not really, we all have to just say yes to, is that referee bias towards Liverpool is so clear this season, and they're getting so many.
Yeah.
Weren't you saying that those referees are biased towards City before this?
No.
Of course you did.
No,
3 weeks back.
Sure, now it's changed. 3 weeks is a long time in football.
3 games.
No, 5 if it's December.
Oh, God. See,
I've got an answer for everything.
Yes. Are you going to be here next week, or have you given your December answers already?
No, wait, it's the 10th. I'll be here next week. The week after, probably not.
All right, Melvin, and where are you next week?
I'm back to Bangalore.
Okay, Baru, you will be here. Where will you go? All right, Melvin, thanks a lot for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
And Kanav.
Bye.
Baru.
All right, lads.
All right, this is Saru signing off from Football Twaddle.
Hi, my name is Abbas. I'm a producer at IVM, and I, along with other staff members of IVM, we do this show called IVM Likes, where we give recommendations of books, movies, music, TV shows that we've seen. We've even recommended video games and YouTube channels. And we are soon reaching our 100th episode. We are on episode 99 right now. And on the 100th episode, we'd love to hear from you. So send us your messages, voice notes, goodwill, all of it on shows@indusvox.com, and we will read out your messages on the 100th episode of IVM Likes. Tell us about the recommendations we've given you that you've enjoyed. Tell us about the episodes that you remember. Tell us about the conversations that you've enjoyed, and we will read all of it out on the 100th episode. Send your messages on shows@indusvox.com, and do tune into the 100th episode of IVM Likes out next week.
Did you know that Parsis in Mumbai, instead of being left at the Tower of Silence after they die, are now cremated? And why? Because a cow fell sick in the early 1990s. Did you know that the smog in Delhi is caused by something that farmers in Punjab do and that there's no way to stop them? Did you know that there wasn't one gas tragedy in Bhopal, but 3? One of them was seen, but 2 were unseen. Did you know that many well-intentioned government policies hurt the people they're supposed to help? Why was demonetization a bad idea? How should GST have been implemented? Why are all our politicians so corrupt when not all of them are bad people? I'm Amit Verma, and in my weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen, I take a shot at answering all these questions and many more. I aim to go beyond the seen and show you the unseen effects of public policy and private action. I speak to experts on economics, political philosophy, cognitive neuroscience, and constitutional law so that the insights can blow not only my mind, but also yours. The Seen and the Unseen releases every Monday. So do check out the archives and follow the show at seenunseen.in. You can also subscribe to The Seen and the Unseen on whatever podcast app you happen to prefer.